Hi, Empress Justice here, and welcome to the Aquarius Rahu and Leo Ketu reading for Leo. This is for Magha, Purva Palguni, and Uttara Palguni. Now, Leo, as I'm doing this, there's a load of noise in the background, and my scarf is kind of it's kind of all over the place, but this is actual confirmation, Leo, that you need to embrace your imperfections at this time. And when I say embrace your imperfections, I mean the ones that you usually try to cover up with your vanity. Okay. Now, this is an 18-month reading. Okay. So for the next 18 months, from the 29th of May, 2025 to the 26th of November, 2026, understand that the imperfections that you try to cover up, those are the things that are actually the most likable thing about you. With Ketu in Leo, people are not going to tolerate you trying to be the best out of everyone else. They're not going to tolerate you trying to cover up your flaws with vanity. That is not going to be tolerated right now. Okay, one of my lights just went out. This is not the time for vanity. This is the time to embrace imperfection. And it's the time to use your joy to work around those imperfections, Leo. Okay? Now, seeing as this is an 18-month reading, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm really going to take my time with this. I'm really going to take my time with exploring Leo's role in the Rahu Ketu axis zodiac, just like I did with Aquarius, yeah? So let's get into your tarot reading. I've got 4 tarot cards, and I have got, actually for you, I've got 3 oracle cards because I accidentally picked 2 out of the African Goddess Rising oracle deck. So I've got 4 tarot cards and 3 oracle cards. I'm going to start with your tarot cards, okay, Leo? Let's put this back on first. Hang on. Yeah? Now, we got some good cards for you. So first card we have are the 2 of Wands. That is, what's it? Yeah, Dominion. There we go. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so what does all this say, Leo? Well, I did say that these were really good cards, right? And it's funny because when I did a reading for like the entire nodal axis, you can check out that reading on Empress Justice Tarot. I actually got 2 of Cups for the Aquarius Rahu and Ace of Wands for the Leo Ketu. But for you, Leo, it's almost in the reverse somewhat, right? So it's like your heart is desiring more love in your life, right? You desire more love in your life. Just like the Leo Ketu has us like awakened with a spark of creativity, you are awakened with this flow of love and, these feelings of wanting to love and be in love. But what actually ends up happening is almost the opposite to the 2 of Cups with the Aquarius Rahu. You end up finding like-minded people instead. So you're longing for love and emotional connection and romance and stuff like that. But instead, what ends up happening is that when it comes to your vocation, when it comes to your beliefs, when it comes to what you really want to do with your life, you've got people that are more like-minded in that area. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly where it starts, right? That's how love blossoms anyway. That's the best way for love to blossom, is when you have people who are more like-minded. So don't take this as a sign of the cosmos ignoring you. They're not ignoring you at all. It's just that sometimes the more you need something is the more you need to do without it. And, neediness attracts feelings of scarcity anyway, which means when you need something, you quite often don't get it because there's a feeling of scarcity attached to need. So right now, this is for the best. Like for the next 18 months, you're going to find your people. And you're going to more than find your people. You're going to find like people who are really locked in when it comes to what you believe in, what you find to be reality, right? You're going to find people who are really locked into that. And that is where you develop a strong foundation for the love in your life, which is fantastic. I'm going to have a drink because I've been coughing for a bit, Leo. So my throat is a bit dry and my lungs are a bit irritated. So I'm just going to have a drink. So let's get into your other tarot cards, which is Pentacles, right? So you've got the 7 of Pentacles and you've got the 9 of Pentacles. I've got to be honest with you, Leo. You're doing so much better on your own than you think you are. This is for my single Leos out there. If you are with another person, your relationship it's not exciting at the moment, but it's moving along quite nicely. Like it's balanced, it's steady. You know, there's no real drama there. You know, and there's an understanding between you financially. Like there's an understanding there of exactly what you're trying to grow. So it's almost like you're on the same page. And everybody has their assigned roles. Like nobody's shouting over each other. Nobody's there. There goes the fucking light again. Gonna have quite a bit of that going on, Leo. Okay. So there's no drama. There's no like, you know, people trying to take over one another, like trying to talk over one another. There's none of that. You guys know what you're doing. You have delegated your tasks among each other effectively. And now everybody knows exactly what they're supposed to do. And everybody knows exactly where their strengths are. So it means that you're not, you know, you're just not arguing about anything at the moment. Like for the next 18 months, you guys are going to be on the same page if you're in a relationship. But if you're single, you have way more blessings than you actually think, especially financially. Financially, there might be some blessings around you that you weren't aware of that you need to look at again. Okay. You have so much at your disposal. It's not funny. And the next 18 months are really going to reveal how much leverage you have in a situation. It's really going to reveal that to you. Right. So you're doing beautifully financially. And, you know, you long for love and romance and enchantment. But at the same time, because it's the Ace of Cups, just because you're open to romance, it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, when it doesn't happen, that you're sorely disappointed. You're not disappointed. It's just that you know what you need, right? But when it doesn't come immediately, there isn't this feeling of you sinking into despair for the next 18 months. Not at all. Like, it's not like that at all. It just feels like, oh, that's a bit disappointing, but I can rock with this. That type of feeling, right? Now, let's get into your oracle cards because I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know why, but I am. Like, let me get to it. And you see the smoke coming in. Like, that's the effect that I was always going for, and it never happens for me usually. You see what I'm saying, Leo? You got to let go of the vanity and you got to let shit happen. Let me turn this back on again. It will turn off, but let me turn this back on. Now, we got the Devil's Head, number 44. Now, the Devil's Head, I actually prepared before I came on this video, which is great. What the Devil's Head is about, it's about actually embracing your flaws. Not only embracing your flaws and looking on the lighter side of life, it's also about critically thinking about the traditions that you held dear. And I'm not being funny, Leo and Ketu, that's perfect for that. Because now you have to question all the traditions that you upheld with, you know, unknowingly, and how it's actually strangling the progress of your legacy or the progress of your bloodline. Like doing the same things let me get my words right, Leo. Doing the same things in the same way as your predecessors did it is not actually the most effective way of honoring your legacy. And this is going to show you that. This is going to show you that. Let me tell you something, right? One of the most charming Leos I ever met was one that acted like an Aquarius. I'm not joking, man. One of the most charming Leos I have ever met is the one that acted like an Aquarius. I mean, this person, you know, embraced their flaws, weren't trying to be perfect all the time. Charming, beautiful, not a good person, but very charming and beautiful. Okay. And when you unlock those qualities in yourself, when you start, you know, embracing your quirks and embracing your flaws, not making fun of yourself, never that. But when you start embracing things in your life that are easiest, rather than trying to test yourself and how strong you are really charming. You're really just beautiful, and you can lead people to do whatever you want. Like that's the dread part of this. Like when you start acting more, you know, aware of your flaws and you utilizing them as strengths, because they are strengths, right? They're strengths that haven't been realized yet. So when you utilize your perceived flaws, right, and you stop trying to perfect them and you start working with them, that's when your true nature comes out, and that's when people start really liking what you bring to the table. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? You know what I mean? Leo, okay. Also, number 44. 44, in some numerology disciplines, it's not acknowledged, but in other numerology disciplines, it is a master number. Number 44, I call this the number of building worlds. So number 44 are the world builders. Number 33 are the ones who write the laws within those worlds. Number 22 are the ones who build temples and, you know, and houses for the worlds that we live in. And the number 11s are the enforcers. So you are in the process of building your own world at the moment. This is the thing about it. This is the crazy thing about it, right? You want love, but love is actually the least impressive thing that you could go for right now. And I know how it sounds, right? Because love as its own entity is probably the most powerful force on earth. I'm talking about the type of love you're looking for. The type of love that you're looking for is actually the least impressive thing that you could look for right now. And the cosmos is reminding you of that. 44-8, it's time for you to build your own world. Forget the romance thing. That will come later. You need to world build right now. And then 44 with 8, you need to focus on your finances. It doesn't matter what's going on around you in your life right now. You need to focus on your romance and your accomplishments. Only, instead of doing things that, you know, you feel like you're the strongest at, do things that bring you joy and do things that come easiest to you. Those are the things that you should be doing. Those are the things that you should be engaging in moving forward. Those are the things that you should be spending your time doing. And you will. I'm not saying you won't. But like whilst you're doing that, in the back of your mind, you're thinking like, when will my prince or princess come, bitch? You have a kingdom to build. When you build your kingdom, then we can talk about like who's going to be, you know, which other kingdom you're going to be joining with. But you got a kingdom to build. You got a queendom to build, Leo. Come on now. So now we got to get to these two. Now, I lied to you earlier when I said I picked 2 by accident. I didn't pick 2 by accident. I'm sorry, Leo. I lied. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't lie like that, but like, no, I shouldn't lie like that, but like, nah, tell a lie, right? I picked this card, right? And then I thought to myself, I don't want to give Leo a really bad reading. So let me pick another card. And this is the card I got. That's the truth. This is the card I got when I said I want to pick another card, right? So this was the card that I originally got. And I wanted to clarify what this card was saying. Now that I've actually looked at what this means properly, because the Sukoya is an energy vampire, it's supposed to be an energy vampire. So what this card actually reflects is how need, or how like feeling like you need something, can be an implosive energy that sucks the joy from everything around you. It's a distinct lack of gratitude that can stop you from fully utilizing what you already have to your advantage. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's a like, you know, it's a vampiric energy that can stop you from realizing, actually, I have everything that I need already. And that is simply what this is saying to you. You have everything that you need already. But also you do have to be careful of other energy vampires trying to suck up your time as well. Because there are people who are going to think that you know, either they think they're helping you or they're pretending they're helping you, knowing they're not. And what they're going to do is they're going to instead try to drain your energy, and you've just got to nip that in the bud and be like, no, I'm not accepting this in my life. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's that, and there's this right here, pleasure. And this is where this right here comes into it, because where you're actually connected with like-minded people is through your pleasure. Leo, at your basest essence, is about joy, right? So this is where you meet your like-minded people. It's through your pleasure. Now, this is supposed to be a lust goddess, right? A goddess of love or lust, right? But it's about more than that. It's about you connecting with what truly speaks to your heart and makes you happy. So instead of you trying to be the strongest, trying to be the most dominant person in the room, you are being challenged by this nodal axis to actually think about yourself for a change. And stop thinking about what other people think of you. Stop thinking about what, like, you know, what you think other people need to think about you. Like, their opinion is not important. I'm sorry, but it's true. It's not important. Not for the next 18 months, it's not. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the houses first, Leo, because what I've been doing up until now is forgetting about the damn houses. And I've had to do two fucking videos for at least 3 signs. So I'm going to do the houses first, all right? Now, when Aquarius, Rahu, and Leo Ketu entered on the 29th of May, which is a couple of days beforehand, right? When it entered it entered your 7th house in Rahu, check it, and your Ketu in your 1st house. Now, Rahu reflects the things, you know, the surface level things that the public find themselves being obsessed with, right? That's what Rahu reflects. So where you're concerned, you're thinking to yourself, I would really love a partner. I would really love to focus on my relationships. I would really love to focus on the people who love me. And this is the thing. Rahu reflects the things that we are supposed to have collectively. So as a Leo, you're supposed to have your relationships. You're supposed to have these things, especially at the end of the 18 months. But the way you get there is in focusing on yourself. And Leo, 1st house, you love to focus on yourself. You love to focus on you. You love to focus on, you know, your overall appearance and things like that. So it really comes back to that, your overall appearance, your persona, how you represent yourself. But it's just the way you represent yourself that has to change. You can't be out here trying to be the best of the best, when really what you should be doing is getting to know yourself. Getting to know yourself and finding your groove. Like I said, it's about you not necessarily being self-accepting, because, you know, Leos are already self-accepting. It's about being self-aware. Now is supposed to be a time where you are supposed to be more aware of yourself and more aware of, you know, how your flaws are not actually your flaws. They're just things you're covering up because you think they make you too vulnerable. And a lion is all about strength. I mean, I get it. But they're also the first, in Hellenistic astrology at least, in the myth of Heracles, I believe that the lion is the first, way I call it there, the first opponent to be taken down. So it's like, under normal circumstances, when you try to show your strengths too much and you don't focus on your joy, people don't like you very much for that. Like, that's just under normal circumstances, let alone when you have Ketu going on. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, you need to focus on, what makes you lovable, what makes you Leo, what truly makes you Leo, which is your joy. Okay. Now I've repeated that 1,000 times. So to recap, you really want that seventh house goodness. It's all about your first house. It is all about you, but it's the way in which you self-focus that has to change. All right. Now let's get on with your notes. So normal notes, you've got project management, you've got critical thought, embracing playful rebellion and resisting manipulation. That's another thing you've got to resist, Leo. I don't see you as being easily manipulated anyway, but I do see you sometimes being susceptible to false flattery, and that's something that can, take you out of yourself. So project management, critical thought, embracing playful rebellion and resisting manipulation. You have more blessings around you than you think you do. Message: pleasure is your birthright. Take every opportunity to laugh and play. That's a Leo thing, innit? That's Leo, babes. That's how you fulfill your legacy, through your happiness, through your joy and sharing your joy. And when you do that, you don't even need to protect it yourself. You've got other people to do that for you. Oh, what? Now let's get to the other notes here. You've got long-term success, career vision, long-term career plans, event management, property investment, falling in love, moving forward in a relationship, and blissful love. So all of these things are important notes. Sorry. But for really important notes, we've got luxurious vision and beautiful garden. So love is coming. It's not like it's not. It's just that you need to build your world first before you can find that love that you're looking for. But it's coming. It's like I said before, in order to get through to your seventh house, you've got to focus on your first. You've got to focus on you. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know how long I've been doing your reading for. Something tells me that this is the longest reading that I've actually done. And this light keeps turning off. I don't know why. This light keeps turning off. But let's see. Oh! All right, Leo. Tried to pick 7 cards for you, but 3 of them just popped out. Hey, look at me. Okay, Leo. Oh, an 8th wants to be called now. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so first of all, the 3 cards that really popped out was, oh, Leo, there's stuff that you know that you're not saying. There's stuff that you know about what's going on around you that you're not revealing to people. And from what I can see, this is a neutral decision. It means it's not neither a good decision or a bad decision on your part. But what you're actually doing is you're picking your battles, because even though there is so much that you know that revealing everything all at once is just not the move. So you're not going to do that. Within your emotional state, this is what's going on. It's not that you're content. It's not that. It's just that I don't know. I feel like your perspective on a lot of things have changed. And that's exactly what's influencing your emotionality at the moment. So you're already calming down. You're already settling down. But this is where it gets, whoa, this is where it gets, this is where it gets interesting, baby. Cause, yeah, some of you have really been like just very, very honest with yourselves. And I feel like these are the things that are kind of steadying your mind and your spirit. It's that self-honesty. And I feel like, yeah, it's not just your own emotions that you're aware of and your own feelings and thoughts that you're aware of. You're aware of a lot of people's thoughts and feelings right now, but you're very smart in not saying anything. Now, what spirit is telling me is that this is a neutral decision. This is, what you conceal and what you reveal is dependent on timing, especially during the period of the 29th of May to, I think, about July. Like for these next couple of months, especially, how you reveal information and where you reveal information is going to be very, very important. So you know a lot, but there will be a little signal, like a little quiet feeling of when the time is right. That's when you start talking the truth. That's when you start revealing information. What this is about, I don't know. But if you've got like cups could be about relationships, but I feel like it's also about formal situations, maybe legal situations. Well, here we go, Knight of Swords. So this truth right here is a catalyst towards forward movement in a professional or formal situation or a legal situation. Some of you Leos may fight for something, or you might advocate for someone else. And when you do, your voice is going to be amplified in one way or another, right? Which puts you in a very, very strong position. Truth be told, I feel like whatever you're going to get into, you're going to win, if I'm honest with you, because you're in a very strong position here. Now, this is where it gets interesting because I just talked about this. This right here is the card of Leo Ketu in general. Go once again, go and check out my tarot reading on Empress Justice Tarot. This is the card of Leo Ketu, the creative spark, the start of something crucial and important. That's exactly what happens to you as well. So it's a spark of something creative and important. Only in your particular case, it becomes amplified because there are other people who are exactly on the same page you're on that want to get shit started with you, and you're more than ready to do it. Even though you do want romance, and even though you do have a feeling of, I wish I had more, when opportunity comes, you're not going to knock a gift horse in the mouth. You're going to accept it. You're going to take it. Yeah. Now, with this card right here, this was Aquarius Rahu. And guess who else got this card? It's okay, I'll wait. Guess who else got this card? Your first guess is probably correct, right? But in your case, right, the feelings of love, I feel like this is you. You're the passive one. You're the one who's kind of accepting the love. I feel like it's a fire sign thing. The fire signs are the ones who receive love. And I feel like the reason for this is because you guys are the ones who see it first. This is what I've learned about being a receptacle for spiritual information. When spirit gives you certain information, the more you see is the more you're supposed to wait. And the reason for this is when people act on the little bit of knowledge that they have, they can get impatient if things don't work out in a literal fashion. So the more you're the one who sees what's going on, is the more you have to wait for something to happen to you, wait for that love to come to you. And not even wait for love to come to you. You have to wait for the right moment of everything to come to you. That's another thing that I've learned. Receptivity is crucial. You know what I mean? Sometimes when I notice a synchronicity, I try to force action into that synchronicity, when really all the synchronicity is doing is giving me signposts along the way. Do you understand what I mean? And with love, it's the same thing. We know that love is coming. Do you know what I mean? Collectively, because it's Aquarius Rahu and we got that card. All of us know that love is coming. All of us know. But in everybody's case, not just yours, Leo, but in everybody's case, when we're able to see what's going on, we get obsessed with that. Not realizing that what we're seeing are signposts towards something bigger. And with you, the reason why you had the Ace of Cups is because you know that love is coming. You know that like closer relationships are coming. But it's just that like you're eager to get it now. And that's why the Sukoya was there. You got to let spirit handle it. Okay? Now with this, you've got your classic Seven of Cups here. Actually, I'm not supposed to do this. I'm gonna choose and see what's in store for Leo. Yeah, I got this. Jewels, wealth, 44-8. So this is about you gaining more wealth in your life. Because the Seven of Cups, I don't think it reflects confusion. I think it reflects contemplation. I think like you're seeing so much at the moment. Like it comes back to this. You're seeing so much at the moment and you're wondering what it all means. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. In the meantime, focus on getting your bag. Yeah? And then we have the Hanged Man, you see? You see what I'm talking about? You've got to look at things from a different perspective. And you've got to be patient and wait for spirit to do its thing when it comes to love, because it will do its thing. You have to focus on preparing your environment so that when that love comes along, you can make it last or you can make it work. So also I've got to look at numbers here, because we've got the two. Hold on a damn second. Hold on a damn second. Hang on. We have got the two of wands right here, Dominion. We've got the two of wands right here. We've got the Priestess. And we have got the Two of Cups. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yo. Not only that, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Because we got to talk about the aces as well. Right? We got 3 aces and 3 twos. 3 aces and 3 twos. We have evolved progressive creativity that comes from truth. We've got evolved creativity here. There is a powerful idea that you're about to generate that's about to make waves, and you can create your own world with those ideas. You can create your own world with those ideas. Before I get to the twos, I'm going to get to the sevens real quick. You've got the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. You're building a foundation, but don't think too much. Don't think too much. Do. Yeah? Yeah. You're building a foundation. A little bit of imagination can help this grow. Just don't get lost in it. You have got money to make. A little bit of imagination will help this. Just don't get lost in it. You got money to make. All right. And now we've got to get to this, because like I said before, you know, Leo, what's coming. You know that being around like-minded people will lead to love. You know that. You just can't see where it's going to happen. You don't know where it's going to happen. You just can't see it yet. But it's like all the knowledge is within you. So unfortunately, Leo, the love thing is something that you can't focus on, like I said before. And the reason why you can't focus on it is because you're the one that sees it. Which means you've got to wait for the people who don't see to act on their intuition and seek you out. Especially if you're a femme or a woman, you've got to wait for them to seek you out. Use discernment. Don't let yourself become lost to flattery. And embrace your imperfections. Now, that was the reading for Leo for the Aquarius Rahu and Leo Ketu reading for the 29th of May 2025 to the 26th of November 2026. I have been Empress Justice, and I will see you, my beautiful and dear Leos, in the next one. Peace and blessings. Bye bye, my darlings.